edition of the Nahajita Bookathon presented in association with the Raisoni Foundation. In this session, we are going to explore the book Generations in Harmony Real Case Studies Navigating Elder Care Challenges in India. Generations in Harmony Bridging the Gap in Elder Care. In Generation in Harmony, I leverage my extensive clinical psychology experience to shed light on the often overlooked realm of elder care. This book draws from real cases of elderly individuals I've encountered in my outpatient department, OPD, highlighting their multifaceted challenges from physical ailments to emotional and psychological struggles. Elder care is deeply intertwined with the experiences of families. This book explores the complex dynamics within families, addressing the emotional, logistical, and financial hurdles they face. It's a testament to the power of compassion, communication, and professional guidance, showing how tailored interventions and empathetic support can transform challenges into opportunities for deeper connection and respect. Generations in Harmony also delves into broader themes like cultural perceptions of aging, the importance of mental health, and the evolving landscape of family structure. It offers practical advice for caregivers, emphasizing self care and the benefits of seeking professional help. About the speaker, Astha Dhingra is an accomplished assistant professor at SGT University in Gurugram and a dedicated clinical psychologist, specializing in elder care and youth psychology. With extensive experience on the Juvenile Justice Board of Gurugram's panel, she has showcased her versatility and expertise. Astha is a sought after trainer for educational and business institutions nationwide, contributing to better mental health practices. Her academic portfolio includes over 20 publications in national and international journals and two authored books, solidifying her as a thought leader. Asta has appeared as a guest expert on major TV networks like NDTV Prime and India Today, offering insights on psychology and mental health. Recognized by institutions including the Gurgaon District Administration, her commitment to elder care and mental health underscores her influence in psychology. About the moderator, Palak Raheja is a dedicated psychologist specializing in elder care and the mental health of special children. Her research and work in elder care have significantly enhanced the lives of elderly individuals, addressing their unique psychological needs and with compassion and expertise. Formerly a PGT psychology educator at Shanti Asiatic School in Jaipur, Palak integrated her research insights into practical teaching, creating a supportive learning environment. Known for her holistic approach to mental health and panic healing, Palak has improved the quality of life for many clients. Now, based in Seattle, USA, she continues her impactful work focusing on special children, reflecting her commitment to making a positive difference in their lives. Palak Raheja's versatile career underscores her dedication and influence in psychology across diverse domains. Now, I would like to hand over the mic.
Thank you so much for having me. I think it's always a pleasure to, like share platform with you. And I know, like, we have been working together for really long time, and it's really helpful to learn from each other. And, like it really helps with each other's growth. So thank you for having me and giving me this pleasure to talk about, like the book Generations in Harmony. So I'll just give a brief introduction about Generations in Harmony, and then I would like to ask some questions to you.
Definitely
I
looking
mean,
forward.
yes. Okay. So Generations in Harmony is a deeply insightful book on elder care based on Dr. Asta's extensive experience as a clinical psychologist working with elderly patients and their families in her OPD for over the past 12 years. This book brings to life real cases of elderly people she has dealt with, shedding light on the kinds of problems that they have faced and the challenges that families have encountered, and to make them understand and support them, and how Dr. Asta has helped them navigate in these issues successfully. So I have some questions. I'm really curious to know answers from you. So I think let's start with it.
Definitely.
Okay. So my first question to you would be, why this title, Generations of Harmony, and why is it like really close to your heart?
So the title Generation and Harmony, किसी भी बुक के लिए कभी कोई टाइटल सोचना होता है ना, तो सबसे टफ काम होता है, बिकॉज इट कवर्स अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. Why this content, based on the content, based on the theme, based on the sequence of events. But I think this topic is very, very close to my heart. I've been working on elder care for last 10 years or so, probably more than that. So yes, Generation and Harmony as a title to this book basically highlights the critical need of all generations to understand and somewhere effectively engage with the elder family members, all the family members of the elderly under the same roof.
Mm-hmm.
This title emphasizes the importance of creating harmonious relationship across the generations, which I think is very essential for the well-being, for the prosperity of the family. Because अगर आप मुड़कर देखें, थोड़ा सा पीछे जाएं, इतिहास देखें, तो एल्डर केयर को बहुत कम अटेंशन मिली है. एल्डर केयर हैज रिसीव्ड द मिनिमम or too little an attention, and there is a significant gap of knowledge about various activities and the resources that are available to basically improve the quality of life of elder people.
Mm-hmm.
So kahin na kahin, by fostering this mutual respect and understanding the families, it can actually ensure that elder members feel valued, elder members feel integrated as a part of the family. It somewhere also leads to stronger family bonds. So probably I could not think of any deeper meaningful title than this, in collecting, in highlighting the title.
Yeah, I think like even I have seen in families that, like we don't see that much of elder care for elder people, and I think a lot of people don't even talk about it. So I think this
Yeah.
is really important topic to talk about it, and make awareness about the elder care. So yeah, I think you're doing a good job at like making awareness for a lot of people through this book. Okay. So, my next question to you would be what elder care means, and what are the critical components of effective elder care?
So, to me, if it is in regard to the book, elder care means uh, the emotional, the physical, and the practical support
Mm-hmm.
provided to these elder people at an individual level to ensure their well-being, their quality of life. And this can include a lot of things. This can include medical care, this can include assistance with the day-to-day course of their lives, this can include emotional support, this can include helping them to stay anyhow socially connected.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this is what elder care means, and this is what has been highlighted in my book as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about the critical components, I would say understanding the feeling, the experiences of elderly, treating them with dignity. Like, I remember my grandparents telling me the stories of partition. So understanding and listening the stories with them, and then valuing their opinions, and uh, कहीं ना कहीं it helps them feel valued. उनको
Mm-hmm.
लगता है कि की भी इज्जत है, उनकी उनकी बातों की भी उनका मान रखा जा रहा है. So empathy and respect is, for me, the first and the foremost critical component of an effective elder care. Then keeping a very clear and very honest lines of communication between the elders and the caregivers. So उन दोनों के बीच में अगर एक क्लियर कम्युनिकेशन होता है, रेगुलर बेसिस पे फैमिली मीटिंग्स हो जहां एक दूसरे के थॉट्स हम शेयर करें, कंसर्न्स शेयर करें, ताकि किसी भी तरह की मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग को हम प्रिवेंट कर सकें, वो कॉज ना बने किसी भी तरह के मन मुटाव का. सो इस तरीके से एक सपोर्टिव एनवायरनमेंट बनता है. देन प्रैक्टिकल सपोर्ट बहुत ज़रूरी होती है डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज़ में, जैसे कुकिंग में, क्लीनिंग में, पर्सनल केयर में, assisting with grocery shopping, ensuring that they take their medication on time. So these are some practical angles जहाँ पर elder people को support की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होती है. Social engagement की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होती है. Probably they might not be able to walk properly, they might be on some kind of a support जहाँ व्हील चेयर की सपोर्ट की जरूरत होगी या इनएबिलिटी टू मूव होगा. सो एनकरेजिंग सोशल इंटरेक्शंस, या उनके फ्रेंड्स को घर पे ले आया जाए, या कहीं ना कहीं वो इस तरीके से बात करे, हम उनको वहां ले जाएं, जिस भी तरीके से जो भी इंटरेक्शन पॉसिबल है. I remember my grandmother was paralyzed for good 20 years of her life. So it was my routine to, take her on wheelchair to her friends, to just have a round. जैसे हम वॉक करने जाते हैं तो उनको भी मजा आता था, तो मैं उन्हें व्हील चेयर पे लेके जाती थी. तो उनकी सोशल एंगेजमेंट बनी हुई थी, जिससे लाइफ में एक मोटिवेशन मिलता रहता था.
Yeah, I think that is really true. एंड एक चीज और, लाइक इवन मैं भी अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के साथ काफी टाइम, मैंने शायद अपना जितने पेरेंट्स के साथ नहीं बिताया है उतना ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के साथ बिताया है. एंड मुझे आई थिंक मुझे ऐसा लगता है दैट our generation could still understand, like what elder care means and the support that we can provide. But do you think the next generation, the generation that is right now, will be able to understand that concept of elder care? And do you think they will be able to provide that safe community or safe support system to the elderly people?
See, if we talk of generations, अगर आप इंटर जनरेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, यस, अगर हम इस तरीके से अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करें और हम एक कल्चर ऐसा बनाएं जहां रिस्पेक्ट हो, जहां हम उनकी नीड्स को समझ सकें, so of course this intergenerational gap can also be minimized. And more than that, जितना ज़्यादा open communication होगा, अगर हम, because we are more educated, we are more resourceful, तभी शायद हम इतने effortlessly कह सकते हैं कि हम ज़्यादा मदद कर सकते हैं, हम एक स्टेप फॉरवर्ड लेकर जा सकते हैं. सो जितनी ज़्यादा जनरेशंस हम अपने बुजुर्गों को, अपने एल्डर्स को लुक अप टू करें, उतना ज़्यादा एक म्यूचुअल रिस्पेक्ट फैमिली में बना रहेगा, उतना ज़्यादा एक कोहेसिव एनवायरनमेंट रहेगा घर में भी. सो जनरेशंस इफ अंडरस्टैंड कि उनकी बेसिक नीड क्या है, it's not the irritation, but what is the main logic or reason behind their irritation, what is the main reason behind their inability to do a lot of things. Like I remember I had this client very recently जिनको सबसे बड़ा issue था कि though they have a very cohesive environment, but उनको हमेशा ये डाउट रहता था कि शायद उनका ITR टाइम से नहीं भरा, या उनके बैंक में जितने पैसे हैं वो हैं कि नहीं है. Because this is something to do with technological challenges that elder people are facing these days. So I remember teaching the granddaughter कि आप इनको बैठकर ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग सिखाएं, बिकॉज आजकल वो टाइम नहीं रहा जब हम हर बार पासबुक्स लेकर बैंक्स में जाएं, पासबुक अपडेट कराएं, चेक से पेमेंट्स हो. आजकल सब कुछ ऑनलाइन है. But these people who are today in their 70s and their 80s, for them paperwork means everything. So it is the generation who has to incorporate the younger generation has to incorporate the feeling of trust कि वो उनको डे टू डे बेसिस पे टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट्स के बारे में अपग्रेड करें, उनके सामने बैठकर उनको सिखाएं, मोबाइल में वो पर्टिकुलर एप्स डाल के दें जिनसे उनके लिए कन्वीनियंट हो जाए और वो ट्रस्ट डेवलप कर सकें कि yes, my ITR has been filled and this one document in itself is a proof. No going to the office is required, no physical presence is required these days. So yes, that's how probably intergenerational gap can be mended.
Yeah, I hope like this generation understands and bridges that gap of generations that are coming. Yeah. So So let's move on to the next question. My next question for you would be, can you share what inspired you to write Generations in Harmony, and how do you hope it will impact readers' perceptions and approaches to elder care?
Okay, so this inspiration to write Generations in Harmony actually came from my years of experience working with elder patients, their families, my own family members, my own grandparents, nana nani, everybody. So I
Mm-hmm.
witnessed firsthand the emotional, the psychological challenges that all the elder people who might have just retired from their offices are actually facing. And for me, these were very overwhelming difficulties. You know how the family is encountering the challenges, their inability to provide proper care facilities, amenities. So my hope is that this book will somewhere shift the reader's perspective of elder care from being merely a responsibility, जो हमें लगता है that now they've grown elder, they've grown old, तो हमारी बस कुछ responsibilities हैं उनके लिए. Rather, uh, I think it is a very deeply rewarding and enriching experience जो हर family member को अपने elders के साथ रहकर मिलता है. So the aim of this book is to provide a deeper understanding of the needs of elder people and how you can foster more compassionate, more empathetic and more informed approaches to help them and to take better care of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is really important to, make families understand, what that real experience is by, just
Yeah.
living with your grandparents or, like the elderly people. Yeah. Okay. So moving on to the next question is, can you share any personal experiences that influence the themes and insights presented in your book?
Okay, so one very significant personal experience was with my own grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
आई थिंक वहीं से कहीं ना कहीं ये एक थॉट आया कि आई शुड रीड अबाउट इट, आई शुड रीड मोर अबाउट इट, आई शुड स्टार्ट राइटिंग समथिंग ऑन इट एंड मेक सम मोर अवेयरनेस ऑन दिस. So I was very close to my grandparents, especially my grandfather. So I observed his aging very closely. I remember a particular day when my grandfather, जो अभी अभी थोड़ा भूलना शुरू हुए थे, he just started to forget people, their names, and I remember uh, he mistook me as as my bua, so as his elder daughter, and he started telling me a lot of stories.
Mm-hmm.
But those stories were about Astha, and thinking that, he's talking to my bua, and I was just sitting next to him.
Mm-hmm.
I was only 12, I guess, that time. And I I never understood what dementia was. I never heard of that term. But after that day, I remember spending hours on Google learning about dementia, कैसे फैमिली मेंबर्स डील करते हैं, कैसे उनको इन्फॉर्म करना होता है, कैसे डिमेंशिया के साथ डील करना होता है.
Mm-hmm.
And this experience made me realize that not everyone might take this much time to educate themselves about such conditions. So that
Mm-hmm.
is where it sparked my interest about elder care and pursue a career in psychology. वहां से मुझे लगा कि this is very fascinating, very interesting, very insightful field जहां पर दूसरों के लिए कुछ किया जा सकता है.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then बहुत करीब थी मैं अपनी. I've been researching about various aspects of elder care, hoping just that to share situations.
Yeah. Um, I think yes. Uh, I think there are many people out there who are just, like they don't have so much of awareness, how to tackle or, like handle elderly people. And I hope, like all of your experiences will really help other people who are out there in the world still figuring out, like what to do, how to do all of the elder care things. And, like I think your book will really help with all the strategies and, like the approaches they can follow. Okay.
Definitely. I hope so.
Yeah. Okay, so as we talked about approaches, so my next question to you would be, what was your approach to collecting and selecting the real cases featured in your book?
So as you asked me earlier कि आपको कितना टाइम लगा, so
Mm-hmm.
basically टाइम लगा ही इसलिए because my approach to collecting and selecting the real cases for this book actually involved uh, too much of review of my own case notes जो मैंने अपनी ओपीडी में बनाए, जितने clients मेरे पास आए, जो मैंने अपने घर के लोगों से सीखा, उनके लिए किया एंड देखा कि those remedies have worked. So I focused on the most impactful and the I would say illustrative experiences जो जिन्होंने हाईलाइट किया एक उन कॉमन चैलेंजेस को जो जनरली एक एल्डर पॉपुलेशन फेस करती है. सो आई एक्चुअली वांटेड टू इंश्योर कि ये जो डाइवर्स रिप्रेजेंटेशन है चैलेंजेस की, वो काइंड ऑफ कॉमन लगे ताकि हर कोई हर स्टोरी पढ़ के अपने घर से या अपने आप से रिलेट कर सके.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
of course that goes without saying कि consent की confidentiality की बहुत ही paramount importance है जब भी हम केस स्टडी अप्रोच लेते हैं. तो मैंने
Mm-hmm.
जितने लोगों से मैं ले सकती थी जिनके भी केसेस इन्वॉल्व किए हैं मैंने, though I have kept the authors as the cases as anonymous, but I've taken consent of people. I've tried my best to maintain the confidentiality. I have also anonymized all the personal details. I have mixed and matched the information.
Yeah.
I chose cases that actually provided the valuable lessons, insights, because I aim to offer somewhere a comprehensive view of elder care,
Mm-hmm.
जहाँ जितनी strategies मैंने mention की हैं वो successfully implement हो सके, address की जा सके. Uh, each case that I have mentioned in my book was actually selected for its ability to illustrate a particular aspect of elder care and to provide practical advice. So basically, all the strategies given are practical in nature, uh, and not only limited to the elder care but also for the caregivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think every case history or every case study have a story behind it, and
Yes.
learning, like every story has a different learning altogether. And ऐसा बोलते हैं कि uh, जो हम लर्निंग लेते हैं वो लर्निंग सब जगह आप कहीं कहीं लगा सकते हैं, कहीं कहीं नहीं लगती हैं वो चीजें. सो
बिल्कुल.
आई थिंक यस, माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू दैट ओनली. जब लर्निंग्स नहीं लगती हैं तो बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस भी आते हैं. सो व्हाट वर द पर्टिकुलर चैलेंजेस और like the surprising moments during your writing, like during when you were writing this book? So what were the particular challenges that you faced?
So one significant challenge that I can recall and remember right now is uh, finding the right balance between the narrative
Mm-hmm.
of the storytelling
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and the practical advice
Mm-hmm.
that that we've got. So I wanted the book to be both engaging and useful, so I had to carefully consider how to present the real life stories in such a relatable way while also providing the actionable insights.
Mm-hmm.
And another surprising moment during the writing process was realizing how interconnected the issues were.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, एक minor communication का अगर breakdown है, it could actually lead to a significant emotional distress,
Yeah.
both elderly के लिए भी और family members के लिए भी.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So kahin na kahin, there were surprising moments, there were challenging moments, but altogether, it was a great learning for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think as you talked about communication, I think in general life also, not just communication with the elderly people, but ये बहुत छोटी सी चीज है कि हम कम्युनिकेशन अगर बहुत ही आर्टिकुलेट करके अच्छे तरीके से उसको प्रेजेंट करें तो शायद सामने वाले के assumptions भी खत्म हो जाते हैं और clearly it is really understandable to them as well what you are talking about and the gap that is there वो काफी अच्छे
बिल्कुल,
से खत्म हो जाता है. So I think yes, communication really helps over there.
बिल्कुल.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, so my next question to you would be about the structure of the book. So I think there are a lot of chapters in this book, and to make a structure like that, like so that every chapter is understandable and relatable to each other. So how did you structure the book to ensure that it provides uh, insightful narratives and practical advices for caregivers?
So Palak, the book Generations in Harmony is actually a very structured book. जिसमें रियल लाइफ केस स्टडीज हैं, जिसमें जो चैप्टर्स हैं वो काफी थीमेटिक हैं इन नेचर एंड दे आर फोकसिंग ऑन द की एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ एल्डर केयर. जैसे मैंने उसमें डिप्रेशन कवर किया है, मैंने उसमें एंजाइटी कवर किया है, मैंने ग्रीफ कवर किया है, मैंने जैसे अभी बताया एडजस्टमेंट टू टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट्स कवर किया है, डेथ ऑफ द स्पाउस कवर किया है, स्लीप इश्यूज कवर किए हैं, बोर्डम कवर किया है, आइडेंटिटी क्राइसिस कवर किया है, फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस कवर किया है. I have also tried to cover a lot of other things, like one being feelings of being a burden to the family, which is a very common parameter. So
Yeah.
each chapter begins with a narrative, and that sets the stage in the narratives. And it is followed by an in depth analysis of the issue, which is again presented in a story form. And lastly, इसके अंदर practical advice है, strategies हैं, और हर theme से related tips हैं for the caregivers based on the lesson learned from each case. तो एक caregiver कैसे मदद कर सकता है, कैसे घर चला सकते हैं, वो सब कुछ एक structured way में I have tried to put very systematically.
I think it would be really helpful for the caregivers because they'll be able to relate more to it, and like in a structured form they will be able to follow all the advices or the strategies that you have put in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So moving on to the next one, what core messages about elder care and family relationship do you hope readers will take away from Generations of Harmony?
The core messages of Generations in Harmony is that elder care in itself, it's a shared journey, you know, that can profoundly enrich both elderly and their family. So I hope that readers take away the importance of empathy, the importance of open communication, and this holistic approach to take care that addresses the emotional, the psychological, and the physical needs of the elderly.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to emphasize the value of seeking professional help whenever it is needed, and also the critical role of self care for caregivers. Because ultimately, I hope that the book inspires the readers to view elder care somewhere as an opportunity to strengthen the family bonds and create a harmonious, supportive environment for their aging loved ones. So that's what it caters to.
Nice. You talked about self-care. What is self-care and why is it important for caregivers? And what strategies can they employ to take care of themselves? because
Okay,
like mental
so
health of caregivers is also really important.
yes, of
So yeah,
course.
yeah.
Because in my book, I have incorporated a lot of things in terms of caregivers' health as well. Because ध्यान उन्होंने ही रखना है, communication उन्होंने ही facilitate करनी है. So caregivers की जो self care है वो बहुत important है. It is very
Mhm.
crucial because somewhere it helps them to maintain their physical and mental health, because of which it is going to enable them to provide better care for the elderly loved ones.
Mhm.
uh, Without their self care, caregivers can actually become very overwhelmed,
Mhm.
very stressed,
Yeah.
and it can lead them to burnout. तो
Mhm.
उसकी वजह से भी काफी नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट आ सकते हैं किसी का भी ध्यान रखने के लिए. हमें भी हल्का सा फीवर होता है तो हम भी थोड़ा लेट डाउन हो जाते हैं. इट इज अबाउट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ देम फॉर इयर्स. तो
Mhm.
बर्नआउट सिचुएशन आ सकती है, स्ट्रेस हो सकता है. कमिंग टू दी स्ट्रैटेजीज, तो अगर आप अभी सेल्फ केयर स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, regularly take some short breaks throughout the day to rest and recharge your own self.
Mhm.
मतलब 10 मिनट आपने बुक पढ़ ली या वॉक कर ली, कुछ भी, बट आप अपने साथ समय बिताएंगे. सेल्फ केयर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Yeah.
आप भी सपोर्ट ले सकते हैं. यू कैन गेट योर सेल्फ काउंसल्स, यू कैन टॉक टू सम प्रोफेशनल अराउंड यू, नियर इन योर विसिनिटी. Also always remember, this is I'm speaking through my own experience of my OPD clients. Define your limits, and please do not hesitate to ask for help from other family members. you know it's not a proud moment saying पूरी जिंदगी सिर्फ एक इंसान ने इनका ध्यान रखा. इट इज बेटर कि आप स्पेसिफिक टाइम बना लें. 9 से 10 मैं ध्यान रख सकता हूँ, 11 to 12 somebody else will take care, और यू मे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द टाइम और द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. इससे केयर गिविंग भी अच्छी हो जाएगी और आपके ऊपर बर्डन भी नहीं आएगा. एंड
Mhm.
प्लीज enjoy your life, pursue your activities, take time to relax, uh, do some gardening, some painting, some listening to music, whatever soothes you. But it's always better to invest in yourself and do not take burden of taking care of the elderly.
Mhm. I think that's a really good advice for all the caregivers out there. Uh, because this is a really challenging situation for caregivers as well. And sometimes, it is people see like people see that as a burden, on themselves. But I think if it is channelized in a proper way, it would not be a burden, and like it will be a healthy relationship between elderly people and like the caregivers. So I think moving to the next thing, I think this would be my last question to you. What are the key points or the advice you would like to like share with the people?
So I would actually advise the families who are beginning their elder care journey. uh, I would want them to educate themselves, learn about the specific needs, specific conditions, uh, बिकॉज सबकी स्पेसिफिक कंडीशंस अलग होंगी. हर घर के एल्डर्स की अलग कंडीशंस होंगी. रिसर्च अबाउट देयर मेडिकल कंडीशंस, टॉक टू देयर डॉक्टर्स. There are a lot of webinars, seminars that keeps happening. Attend them if at all it is possible for you.